All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Void Dweller. Hello, Olga. Welcome back to Chaos Child. Hello, Mindcat. Welcome to the stream. Last time, Takuru and Hinae went on an adorable date, and Takuru was every bit as cute and flustered and just like trying to keep things on like a schedule as I thought it would be. Oh my god, it was so cute. Oh my god. Hello, Big Traveler. Welcome to the stream. Seriously. Oh my god, it was so adorable. We also learned more about Hina's past and why she detested liars, you know, whole situation with her family and her brother's death. And oh my god. And someone mysteriously shoved her, and we don't know why. And seriously, Takuru just being so goddamn adorable. My god. Like, you could totally, like, this is one, like, hello, Bleed, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, I just think that, oh my god, it's like, you could, like, I don't know, it's probably just my taste, in that I could probably just see, like, easily why, like, these girls are falling for Taku, because I am too, kinda. And, like, he's just, I don't know. I just think it's very adorable how he's, like, trying to be a worse person than he actually is. Like, obviously not from his own perspective, but from, like, the outside perspective. Like, who he actually is just this sweet, adorable guy. And, like, who he's trying to be is just this, like, pretentious asshole. And I don't know, it's just a really cute juxtaposition. And like eventually anybody who's forced to spend enough time around him like will come to that conclusion, as we've seen with Hina, especially a lot faster because of her own ability. All right, anyway, back to the story. October 26th, 2015, Monday. Obviously not, Void. Hey, like, did you hear? I did. It's a girl from Class D, right? I was in her class in my first year, and the whole school was talking about a new incident that had taken place. As you all know, there's been a new incident. And the victim was a second-year student at Hekio Academy. It was a girl from our school. Because of that, we had an emergency assembly this morning. Oh yeah, that's right. Something happened that we don't know. The school staff was busy dealing with the second big incident after the Watabe case, and most classes were study halls. We should have just made it a half day, but since the media were outside, they kept us until the full day was over. It was only after school that we were able to have our meeting. Here's what we knew about the case. According to the police announcement, the murder took place sometime after 11 p.m. last night. Yeah, we have a brand new murder. It's all because Taku had to say he wanted the case to go on. Like, Sarika was all ready to fucking ditch this plan, like, freaking in the style of the freaking, like, a Danganronpa postgame, but nope, he just had to say that. God damn it. According to the police announcement, the murder took place sometime after 11 p.m. last night. Shibuya was always pretty busy even at that hour, but the area where the murder took place was isolated and at times could almost be empty. The cause of death was blood loss. The victim had been stabbed multiple times with a sharp blade, and the area around her was said to be a sea of blood.
What's your take on this? Like always, Ito was the first to answer. You mean, do we think it's part of the return of the New Gen murders?
Hello, Gone to Heaven. Welcome to the stream. Well, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Gone to Heaven.
That and any other thoughts you have?
Oh yeah, that's right. He actually called Mio and asked her about it, this case, and they pretty much decided it was unrelated. Which leads me to think, like, what on earth is this about? If you're asking whether it's related, it clearly isn't. Why do you think so?
Because it's the wrong day, for one thing, and the method is way too ordinary. It's not bizarre at all. Come on, the other ones were crazy fucking shit. Kazuki was actually involved in the conversation for once. Well, as much as she could be. She nodded in agreement, but Caruso shook her head.
What are you talking about? Stabbing someone multiple times with a knife is plenty bizarre.
Well, I mean, normally yes, but in comparison to the other murders, it's positively mundane. No, that's true, but I mean more like what they were going for with it. Like the whole atmosphere of the thing. Basically, there's nothing that weird about it.
True. It's a lot different than eating your own hand or cutting up in your stomach and putting a speaker inside.
Right? So I don't think it has anything to do with it. Evidently, everyone agreed with Ito's opinion. Miyashiro, what do you think? Oh god, he's saying unfortunately. Oh god. I feel the same way you do. Unfortunately, it's probably not related to the other murders.
Well, Taku, maybe you should give it time and maybe more things will be revealed. That'll make it actually related. Wouldn't that be really cool?
I mean, of course it would, but what are the odds of that?
Oh, you know, maybe. Less out there than you might think.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Takuru, what do you mean, unfortunately? Hello, Light Armora. Welcome to the stream.
Crap. I accidentally said what I was thinking.
Listen to me. Someone tried to kill you. You might have ended up just like the victims whose death you're enjoying oh so much. Do you understand that?
I do. On some level. Oh, here we go again.
同じ学校で過ごしている女の子が亡くなったの。面白がっている場合じゃないでしょう。
And what's more, the victim this time was a student at our school. A fellow student is dead. This isn't the time to try and entertain yourself.
だから何度も言わなくったって大丈夫だって、そう言ってるだろ。
Oh, you don't have to keep telling me this. I get it. Blah, 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 blah. Seriously, Kurusu. Why is Kurusu here at the newspaper club when a student from our school is dead anyway?
今私たちがするべきことは、全校生徒に注意を促すための記事を書くこと。これは先生方からも頼まれた新聞部としての役目なの。
Our job right now is to write an article telling all the students at the school to be careful. That's what the teachers asked the newspaper club to do.
Well, what do you think? Do you think the newspaper club actually writes a newspaper for the school? Seriously? We are investigators. We are called the newspaper club because we read newspapers. And we do investigations and get hard-hitting journalism. And also maybe sometimes write little flyers for the school when asked to by the principal.
See?
Well, I...
これはそのための会議なんだから、そこを忘れないで。
That is why we're having this meeting. Don't forget that.
分かってるってば。
I know that.
それから。
And
生徒会会長クルスさん、至急生徒会室まで来てください。繰り返します。生徒会会長のクルスさん。
Student Council President Kurusu-san, please come to the Student Council room immediately. I repeat, Student Council President Kurusu-san.
ほら呼んでるぞ。
See? They're calling you. Ta-ta.
それじゃあ言ってくるけど、くれぐれも今言ったこと忘れちゃダメだからね。
All right. I'll be back later. Don't forget what I said, though.
Yes, yes, yes. Write an article, blah, 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 blah. Ah, Kurusu nagged me one more time before she ran out of the room.
のんちゃん、忙しいのにわざわざ来てくれたんだね。
It was so nice of Nan-chan to come by when she was busy, huh?
それだけ宮代が信頼されてないってことだな。いや、逆に信頼されてるってことか。どっちだ。
It just shows how little she trusts you. Wait, maybe it shows how much she trusts you? Which is it? I don't know.
どっちだっていいよ。それより話に戻るぞ。
It doesn't matter. Let's get back on topic, shall we? Thanks to Kurusu's interruptions, I forgot how much we've already covered. Oh, right.
今回の被害者はうちの2年ってことだが、有村や尾上はこの被害者の子のことは知らなかったのか。
The victim was a second-year student here. Arimura, Onoe, did either of you know her?
私は1年の時何度か言葉を交わした程度なら、学校休みがちな子だったみたいだし。
I talked to her a few times in first year. She didn't come to school a lot.
私もよくは知らない。クラスの子の話だと、学校をサボって遊び回ってるって話だったけど。
I didn't really know her. This kid's in class said she skipped school to go mess around a lot.
Since the murder had taken place past 11 p.m., it wasn't hard to imagine.
でも、ちょっと怖いかも。事件のあったところって、私も学校の行き帰りに通る道だし。
But it's kind of scary. The place where it happened is near the route I used to go home from school.
そうなのか。
It is.
うん。ほら、言ったでしょ、この前の階段で。あの近く。だから、ちょっと気味悪いかも。
Yeah. Remember where I got pushed down the stairs? It's near there, so it's kind of creepy, you know.
Somebody had tried to push Arimura down the stairs. Given that it was near the scene of the murder, maybe it was just some sicko trying to kill little girls.
まあやっぱ今回のは今までのとは関係ないってやつだよ。
Well, it's got nothing to do with the others.
言い方は悪いが、遊び歩いてた女がたまたま変質者にやられたか、あるいは地上のもつれってところか。
I hate to say this, but it might have just been some girl out late who got stabbed by some pervert. Or maybe she got into a fight with a lover. Either way, I'm under mind control, so, if I'm telling you this, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with anything. What did you say? Nothing.
いくらなんでもそれはないよ。だって高校生だよ。地上のもつれって言ったら、男子と女子がゴニョゴニョなことでしょ。
Huh? There's no way! She was still in high school, right? She had a lover's quarrel. Me and Sabrina girl. Right?
小学生かよ。高校生にもなりゃ地上でもつれることだってあるだろう。
How naive are you? High school students can have lovers' quarrels.
What, like you mean a sword fight?
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
そうなの？世の中の高校生はそうなの？もつれちゃうの？ねえ、タク。
Can they? Do they quarrel? Tell me, Taku!
そりゃ子供じゃないんだし、そういうことだってあるんじゃないか。
Well, they're not kids anymore, so maybe they do.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、花ちゃんももつれちゃったりするの？
I see. Hey, do you have quarrels, Hana-chan?
She frantically denied it. Yes, like that was ever going to happen to Kazuki. Maybe she might fall in love with a mime. Anyway, we're getting off track.
しかしまあ、同じ学校のやつが殺されたってのは気持ちいいもんじゃねえよな。
Still, it's not pleasant hearing that someone from your school got murdered. A student from my school. In that sense, this victim was one who had been closest to us. Just what could that mean?
すっかり遅くなっちゃいましたね。
It's getting late.
Yes.
考えてみれば、もう11月ですもんね。そういえば、復興祭って来週でしたっけ？
Come to think of it, it's almost November. Is the Restoration Festival next week?
Yes.
Ooh, are you gonna ask her out to the Restoration Festival? Do it, Taku.
Even if this case and the last one had nothing to do with the other murders, I was starting to think that maybe that didn't mean the return of the New Gen Madness was over. At first I'd believed that Haida-Riko was responsible for all of them. I mean, look at her. She looks like a bloody, antagonist in a visual novel. She's ripped the fuck out with a scar on her face and, a nasty expression and can control fire. Like, seriously, what an awesome villain. And then just, boom, like that. No, rather I'd only been convinced of that because of the terror I felt after being attacked. But after I'd calmed down, I felt like there were things I couldn't explain if she was doing this on her own. And there was that underground lab, too. If an organization big enough to make something like that lab was involved, Haida-Riko might just have been the tip of the iceberg. Unfortunately, the police hadn't gotten any useful information out of her, so there was no way of knowing if she was connected to something bigger or not. Even if she was responsible, we didn't know why she committed her murders on the same days as the New Gen Madness. Was it some kind of message? Was it to make it more sensational?
Well, yes and yes, but not for you. Not. It wasn't her doing it, I mean.
Either way, if there was something bigger behind her, we'd already been a target once. Maybe we couldn't relax just yet.
も
Come on!
Suddenly, somebody grabbed both my cheeks, bringing me back to my senses.
うさっきから話してるのに全然聞いてない。
I've been talking to you for a while now. You haven't been listening!
ごめん。なんだっけ。
Oh, I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
だから復興祭一緒に行こうねって話です。
We were talking about going to the festival together. Woo.
そっか。
Oh, right. I see. Sure.
もう約束ですよ。
Jeez, Louise. It's a promise. Okay?
She let go of my cheeks and then gently rubbed them.
Ah!
I felt kind of embarrassed.
それじゃあ私はあっちなんで。
Anyway, my house is that way.
送っていこうか。
Oh, do you want me to walk you home?
Jeez, Taku. You're supposed to ask me. But...
There was that murder yesterday after all. And there was also the thing with the stairs before that. Of course, I was a little scared too, but as a man, it was time to show off.
大丈夫です。ちゃんと人通りの多いところ通っていくから。
It's fine. I'll just stick to the busy roads.
でも、
But
Oh my god! Oh!
suddenly, Arimura leaned up and I felt something soft on my cheek.
Oh my god!
By the time I realized it was her lips, she had already pulled away.
Oh, that just makes me realize Takuru's first kiss with Sarika was probably all in his mind. So this is his other first kiss, I guess.
By the time I realized it was her lips, she had already pulled away.
アディオスグラッシャー。
Smooth as hell, Hinae. Oh my god. Adios gracias.
Holy fuck! I'm a normie! Woohoo! Before I could say something, she'd smiled, said a goodbye, and vanished into the crowd. I was suddenly overcome by the idea that she was going to vanish forever. I drove the unpleasant thought from my head and headed for home, feeling just a little excited. I can still feel a soft warmth on my cheek. Woo!
October 26, 2015, Monday.
Just like...
Oh, okay, here we go. Just like she'd promised Takuru, Arimura Hinae stuck to the busy roads on her way back. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. She remembered Takuru's face when they'd said goodbye. I love it when we get to see Takuru. He was probably scared himself, but he was holding it in and pretending it to be brave. Oh, he's so cute! Anybody could see that he was just putting on an act, because that's who he is. He was so easy to figure out. And that made Hinae feel at peace. Everyone was hiding their true feelings, their truth, deep within their heart. There was nothing. Oh, hello, Meow. Welcome to the stream on Twitch. There was nothing true in this world at all. That's what she thought that day. Oh, never tell a lie. Her brother had been the one who taught her that, but even he didn't tell her what was really important. He didn't tell her the truth. So where was the truth? That was the question she'd been grappling with for the last 6 years. Big bro. A friend she'd made just recently had asked if she wanted to see her brother. He and I almost never talked about herself, but she'd been talking about her family. And then her friend had asked her. She didn't know why. Well, that's really weird. Is that the friend that died? But the question had surprised her, and she'd nodded yes. She didn't hate her brother for lying to her. And even if she did, he was gone, exactly. Because on that day, she'd left him to die. Oh god, she remembers it like that. So instead, she felt guilty toward him. If she ever had the chance to meet him again, she wished to apologize to him. The crosswalk sign turned red, and Hina stopped walking. Ah, there's the old Shivia scramble. Even at night, Shivia was crawling with people. With this many people around, she figured it wouldn't be easy for someone to attack her. As soon as the traffic light turned green, the car started to move. And then... oh shit. Yeah, it's the same fucking person. Who is this? Dang. Someone pushed her hard and she staggered out onto the street. Headlights were bearing down on her before she even had time to think. Uh-oh. Same fucking person. Who is this? When she finally opened her eyes, the car bumper was just a few centimeters from her face. Like, they're probably not a gigalomaniac, or else they could have easily just, you know, done far more elaborate shit. So this seems like someone unrelated to... It really is someone unrelated to all the murder case. It's like a completely separate murder here, it feels like. She finally opened her eyes. The car bumper was just a few centimeters from her face.
Hey, are you okay? What are you doing? That's dangerous.
The people waiting for the light started to make a fuss. The sound of a dozen car horns echoed off the sides of the buildings. But Hina didn't hear any of that. She was only looking at one thing. It was the place she'd been standing a moment ago. Just before she'd almost been hit, she looked up and saw him. Who is it? It was her brother? What the fuck? No way! Big bro? It was her dead brother, Shingo. No way. Somebody's got to be, like, projecting this. Dang. So we got a whole ass new villain for this arc. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Huh. So somehow he survived? And he probably killed that other girl who, like, asked if Hina wanted to see her brother. What the hell is going on with this plot line?
I looked at the clock and it was past 3 a.m. I started looking around to see if there was any new information on the case, but And the next thing I knew, it was really late. But I didn't end up finding anything new, and as I read, I ended up focusing on something else. It was an article out of...
Oh yeah, that's right. Safe works. That plot line kind of went by the wayside. Like with that, it seemed like they were like going to be, just absorbing all of the old business from that cult, and like they were involved with them, but they kind of dropped that plot line. I wonder if this has to do with that. No, it's me doing all the voices, meow, except the Japanese ones. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm doing all the voices. Yeah.
It was an article about how a company called SafeWorks that was involved with the Restoration Festival had put up security cameras all over town, and was then subject to a lawsuit. Yes, our LH Collider is doing my voice, Meowrick.
Yep. Yes, still a less contrived, mysterious survival story than Palpatine. Oh my god. Somehow Shingo survived. No, there is not two of me. I'm the only one here. God damn it! How do I prove this to you?
See, I'm doing another voice now. This one is a lot closer to mine.
And now let's see, right? Going back to my voice? Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me see if I could do like a gradual thing to prove it to you. Alright.
Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
There we go. Okay, that should prove it to you, right? Okay. Alright.
The situation had gotten pretty complicated, and by the time I'd finished reading, it was really late. Time for bed, I guess. It wasn't true that caffeine stopped you from getting sleepy.
Yeah, seriously. I get the same thing as fucking Taku is like, I used to be stopped by caffeine, like from being able to sleep, but like ever since like I was a teenager and adult, caffeine does nothing. Like I can just sleep anytime.
I always drank caffeine before bed, yet I was able to sleep easily.
You're right. I real booted someone else. Oh my god. I am actually a gigalomaniac.
But when I opened my fridge to get my late night mountain view, I realized I had a big problem. Empty. I'd forgotten that I drank my last bottle the day before. God damn it! And now, if I'm going to get more soda, I have to walk all the way to the store in the bloody middle of the night.
I remember I had this issue in college.
Fine, I guess I'll just have to do without.
Like, there were times, like, when I went out to the freaking student center at 10 p.m. because I ran out of soda in the room.
Also, I thought, but...
Well, thank you, Meowreg. I'm always trying to get better.
Once you found out that you couldn't drink something you wanted to drink, it became an obsession. That's just human nature. Caffeine was addictive. Maybe I was undergoing withdrawal. But the convenience store I'd have to go to in order to get the mountain view was a bit of a walk from here. Damn it! In the end, however, I couldn't defeat my own desires. I went out into the city late at night to get my mountain view. Thank you very much! After I'd succeeded in purchasing several bottles of Mountain View, I took one and opened it as I stood outside on the sidewalk. My body felt like it had been purified.
Damn, this is making me want a soda.
Just as I thought that now I'd be able to sleep, I suddenly remembered all the murders that had happened so far. Time for a review.
Nice, Meowrick.
I suddenly felt very afraid of the situation I'd foolishly put myself in. Why do I continue to do this to myself? I was in Shibuya in the middle of the bloody night. In a place that was almost empty at this hour. Seriously, I was tempting fate far beyond anyone should ever do. Sudden fear gripped me and I started to run, only to trip on something.
Is it a sumo sticker? I wonder.
Evidently, I had run into a trash can.
Oh my god, he's so cute! Oh my god!
Oh! What's that doing here? How dare this trash can get in my way? I don't remember there being a trash can here. I felt a dull pain where my body had hit the ground. I hadn't been holding the bottle tightly, so the cap in my Mountain View had fallen off and the bottle was leaking.
Oh no! Did he spill it on himself? Oh god.
Damn it! I sat up and stretched out my hand to grab the bottle only to touch something else.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, thank you, Buera. Oh my god, seriously. Thank you so much for the $10. Oh, I probably not pronouncing that right. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I will have a nice dream, and you gotta have a good night's sleep. Oh, thank you.
What is this? It wasn't a plastic bottle. It was softer. Like clay. I slowly raised my head to look. Ah!
Oh shit, it's a dead body.
Ah!
I did? Oh, thank you. Awesome.
What I saw made me gasp. It wasn't a trash can, it was a laundry basket with wheels. At first I thought the thing that fell out from inside was a mannequin or something. It was strangely cold and a little black. But the soft feeling against my skin and the way its eyes were open told me that it was no mannequin. It was... a dead body. Ah! So in this case, point B. Hey, you know...
So he found an... So it seems to be like an entirely separate series of serial killings are happening here. starring Hinae's not dead brother. This is crazy.
Hey, do you know what time? Oh, Miyashiro, sit down. Oh.
宮代ってさ、
Hey, Miyashiro.
知ってる知ってる。またでしょ。ちょっとすごくない？いくら偶然だからって。
I know, again. Isn't that crazy? Even if it's just a coincidence.
静かにしなさい。授業を続けるぞ。Quiet! I'm continuing with the lesson.
Seriously, thank you so much for,
タク、聞いたよ。
Taku! I heard!
な、昨日の話早く聞かせろよ。
Hey, tell me what happened yesterday. After I found the body in the alleyway this morning, I called the police. By the time they were done questioning me, it was almost lunchtime. I hadn't gotten even a wink of sleep thanks to that. But I was feeling so tense that it didn't matter. The whole school had heard about how I'd found a body, and I could hear people talking about it as I passed them by.
So, what I'm gathering is that Shingo might be a gigalomaniac, and he might be doing this. I don't know. Maybe. Because there's only so much time left in this route, and we don't really have any other... Like, it doesn't seem like... It seems like the main story has completely shifted gears on this route. Unlike in Chaos Head, where we've had, like... It was just slightly different takes, except for the Yua route, which kind of stopped before the actual end of the story.
The whole school had heard about how I'd found a body, and I could hear people talking about it as I passed them by. I could understand why. This was the third body I'd been the first person to discover. I might have been the only person in the whole world to discover 3 bodies in just over a month. Someone contact the Guinness Book of World Records.
What? No, Void. No. I think there's like 1 or 2 streams left in this route at most. Probably 1.
At this point, the police were less than surprised than they were annoyed.
言っとくけど、あれは僕が自分で探したわけじゃないからな。
Just so we're clear, I wasn't out looking for it.
Look at their expressions. Serica has that expression of, if you've ever seen that one Xenoblade meme, of Noah and Mio, the Mio from Xenoblade 3, that says, like, we're going to beat you to death. That one gif. She has that exact expression right there.
Caruso had come to see me too, along with Ito and Serica. I made sure she understood the real story.
わかってるわよ。でも、どうしてあなたばっかりそんな現場に。
I know that. But why does this keep happening to you?
ほんと持ってるとしか思えないよな。
Really, it's like dead bodies just love you.
伊藤くん、前にも言ったわよね。人が亡くなってるのよ。不謹慎でしょ。
Ito-kun, remember what I said? It's inappropriate to say things like that when someone has just died.
と、こりゃ失言失言。
Oh, sorry.
でも、タクもすっかり有名人だね。
Oh, Serica, did you do this? Now you're famous, Taku! Just like you always wanted!
別に僕が何かやったわけじゃないけどな。
I didn't actually do anything.
そうよ。それにこんなことで有名になったって仕方ないでしょ。
That's right. And nothing good will come out of becoming famous like this.
それはそうだけど。
Well, that's true, but, that's what Takuru wants.
で、 被害者は
So, who's the victim?
それはまだわからないらしい。
They don't know yet, supposedly. The police had said there was nothing on the body that could help them ID it. All they knew was that it was a man in his mid-40s.
なるほど
I wonder, could it be Hinae's
ってこと
father?
はやっぱあれとは無関係か
I see. Which means it's got nothing to do with the others.
かもな。
Maybe. This case was the one most similar to the return of the New Den Madness. But given the victim's age and date of the murder, it was hard to say if it was related. It was too early to say for sure, though.
それでどんなだった
So, how was it? Don't ask me that like I was freaking getting to second base or something!
どんなって
How was what?
だから死体だよネットで見る限りはめった刺しだったって話だけど
The body, man. From what I read online, they were brutally stabbed a bunch of times.
暗かったせいではっきりしたことは僕もわからない。ただ触った感じからして死んでからそこそこ経ってるような感じではあった。
It was dark, so I couldn't say for sure, but when I touched it, the body felt like it had been dead for a while.
タク触ったの？
You touched it, Taku?
転んだ時にたまたまな。
I just happened to when I tripped.
マジかでどんな感触だった
Hello, Liz. Welcome to the stream.
Seriously? So, what did it feel like?
ゴムみたいな感じだな。なんかぐにゅっとしてて。
God! Ito! My God, Ito! What the hell? This conversation is unintentionally hilarious. Or maybe it's intentional. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Like rubber. It was firmer and more elastic than I thought it would be. Like a bag of sand. A bag of sand?
Really, Taku? That's not what dead bodies feel like at all. You're clearly lying.
Ah!
もう二人ともいい加減にしなさい。そんな話聞きたくないわ。
Come on, you two. Enough. I don't want to hear that.
聞きたくないならどこか行けばいいだろ
If you don't want to hear it, you can just go somewhere else, right?
それは
Well,
それとも本当は気になるんじゃないのか
Or maybe you actually do want to know.
そんなわけないでしょ。
of course not.
I kept talking with Kurusu for a moment before someone came over from the door.
有村
Harimura?
宮代先輩。
Miyashiro-senpai. That's right, she didn't tell him about what happened to her yet.
Harimura looked really tired.
どうしたわざわざもしかしてお前も事件のことを聞きに来たのか
What brings you here? Did you come to ask about the murder too?
事件のこと？
The murder?
あれ？ひなちゃん知らないの？タクまた見つけちゃったんだって。殺人現場。
Oh, you don't know Hina-chan? Taku found another body. Can you believe it? How lucky is he? Huh?
From the look of things, she really didn't know. Given how many friends she had, this was a little surprising. From the way the rest of the school had been talking about it, she should have at least heard something.
有村さん、どうしたの？なんだかいつもと違って元気がないみたいだけど。
Arimura? Arimura-san. What's wrong? You seem kind of down.
その
Well,
もしかして私たちがいると言いにくいこと？
is it something you don't want to talk to us about?
いえ、そういうわけじゃ。
No, that's not it.
じゃあどうしたんだ？
And then what happened? Arimura still seemed like she didn't want to talk, but eventually she slowly began to speak.
その実は私昨日襲われて。
Actually, someone attacked me yesterday.
襲われた？
Attacked you?
マジかよ。
Seriously?
襲われたってことは命を狙われたってこと？
You mean they tried to kill you?
それで大丈夫だったの？
Are you alright?
Everyone started to ask questions.
昨日って僕と別れたあの後か？
Was it after we said goodbye yesterday?
はい。あの後すぐスクランブル交差点で。
That's right. It was right after. At the Scramble Crossing.
そんな人気の多いところで？
In a place with that many people around.
信号が赤に変わって待ってたらいきなり背中から突き飛ばされて。
The crosswalk sign turned red. And then I suddenly felt someone push me from behind.
Pushed from behind? That was the same as what happened before.
She definitely shouldn't be alone.
Which meant that it wasn't her imagination. Someone had really pushed her.
それで怪我は？
Were you hurt?
もう少しで引かれるところでしたけど、なんとか。怪我もすりむいたくらいで。
I was almost run over, but I was alright. The only injury I got was a little scrape.
警察には行ったの？
Did you tell the police?
まだ。
Not yet.
どうして言わないの？
Well, there's a very good reason for that. Why? Why didn't you tell them?
それは。
Because...
She fell silent as if it was hard to say.
I wonder if what happened is Sarika changed the plot to something that has to do with Hinae. Like, about her dead brother. Because now that she knew that Takuru cared about Hinae, she would make basically the whole murder stuff about her. Rather than, like, about the whole, New Gen Madness thing. So I wonder if she changed the plot to this. Of her whole, like, thing. Like, rather than something having to do with Gigalomaniacs. He's now back in business only. Except, I wonder if he really is actually alive or not. Or maybe, she somehow got Uki to, basically real boot her delusion of her brother hating her or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe, or maybe it really is Shingo who is alive and coming after her.
Someone had pushed her out onto the street, and in a busy intersection. She was lucky to survive. She could have easily been killed. And since it had happened twice now, it was obviously an attempt on her life. But she hadn't gone to the police. Was there something she couldn't tell them about?
とにかく警察に言うべきよ。なんなら私が一緒に。
Anyway, you should tell the police. I'll go with you if you want.
いえ。
Oh, No.
有村さん
Arimura-san?
その実は
Well, actually...
Before she could say something, the door to the classroom opened.
Oh, hey, I didn't think you were even going to be in this route, Shinjo. Alright, cool.
It was Detective Shinjo. The whole classroom started to murmur at the sight of a strange man.
ああ、落ち着いてくれ。怪しいもんじゃない。
Oh, please calm down. I'm no one suspicious. He looked around the classroom until he found us and then walked straight over.
You know, saying you're not suspicious doesn't reduce suspicion. Like, it in fact probably makes people more suspicious. Just saying that for future reference, Shinjo. Hi, Juice!
So, here you are.
まだ何か
Was there something else?
いや、今用があるのは宮代くんじゃなく君だ。ちょっと来てもらえるか？
Yup. Oh, I wonder if the guy that was killed is actually her father. I wonder.
No, I'm not here for Miyashiro-kun. I'm here for you. Can you come with us? Shinjo-san was looking in the direction of...
Yep.
私ですか
Me?
Arimura.
君まで来る必要はなかったんだがな、宮代くん。
You didn't need to come too, Miyashiro-kun. Shinjo-san said as soon as we entered the room. But that was what Arimura had wanted. She'd wanted me to be with her when she went to the police.
もしかして君たちは。いや。
Oh, he sensed it.
Are you too? No, never mind. Doesn't matter now. Shinjo-san seemed like he wanted to say something when he saw the two of us, but now wasn't the time, I guess.
まあいい。どうせ今日認めよう。どうせ遅かれ早かれ第一発見者である君の耳にも入るだろうからな。
Well, whatever. You can stay. Since you were the first to find the body, you'll hear about it eventually.
担当直入に言おう。有村ひなえさん。君には今からすぐに警察へ来てもらいたい。
To identify the body, I bet.
I'll make this quick. Armura Hinae-san, I want you to come to the police station immediately.
警察にですか
Oh, or maybe there's evidence that she did it, like someone framed her? It was the brother, perhaps? I'm not sure. To the police station.
そうだ。
That's right.
どうして
Why?
落ち着いて聞いてもらいたい。
Oh, here we go. He's either going to say she's a suspect or it was her father who died.
I want you to calm down before I tell you this. Again, Shinjo, that doesn't help. I had a bad feeling about this.
今朝方、渋谷の路地裏で発見された他殺体は当然知ってるな。
You're aware that a body was found this morning in a Shibuya back alley, correct?
はい宮代先輩が
Yes. Miyashiro senpai said.
そう、彼が発見した遺体だ。その被害者の身元が特定された。
That's right, the one he found. We identified the body.
Yep. It's got to be her dad.
It can't be.
被害者は有村光一郎、
Yep.
君のお父さんだ。
The victim was Arimura Koichiro, your father.
Shit. Is the mom alive or not? Oh my god. So yeah, it seems like if Serica is involved, then she changed the plot completely to things about Hinae's family. I wonder if her angle this time is to make Takuru a hero to Hinae by catching the one who killed her parents and settling the score with her quote-unquote evil brother. Again, if Serica is involved in setting up a mystery for Takuru to be a hero. It's such a tragedy.
Shinjo-san took Arimura to the police station. She didn't come back. I waited for her to get in touch with me, but not only did I not get a call, I didn't even get a text message. Of course her father was dead, and he'd been horribly murdered. I could understand why. Not to mention, I had no idea that the body was Arimura's father. Of course, I had no way of knowing. So even if I couldn't help it, I still felt ashamed of having been so excited.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, Arimura. Forgive me. I didn't know. Arimura's dad was dead. I'd never met him, but he was the closest I'd been to any of the murder victims. And yesterday was the same day Arimura said she'd been attacked. What was going on? Was she the next target? If so, then who would... I remembered what Arimura had said this afternoon as she left the room with Shinjo-san.
とにかくそういうことだ。今は混乱しているかもしれんが、一応いろいろと話を聞かなければならない。
Anyway, that's how it is. I'm sure it's not easy, but I need to ask you some questions.
それからできれば遺体の確認もお願いしたいんだが、頼めるか？
And I'd like you to ID the body for me too, if you can. Can you do that?
Yep, that's what I thought. Yes.
それじゃあ玄関に車を止めてある。悪いがついてきてくれ。
Alright, I have a car stopped out front. Please come with me. Arimura!
There.
Huh?
Yep, that's what it seems like. It was my brother who did it. Now, is it really her brother, or is it like a delusion caused by Serica to make, like, he and I think it was her brother? I don't, like, is Serica even involved? I'm not sure. Because, like, if Takuru, like, it seems like Takuru is in love with Hinae, if she would want to make Takuru a hero to Hinae by solving the murder of her parents, who she was estranged from, so, and her brother being, you know, the one who traumatized her, she would get all this by reading her mind, so she would know her whole past. I do wonder if Serica has to do with this at all.
Harimura. My brother.
Hello, March. Welcome to the stream.
I'd heard her say it clearly. Her brother was the killer. What did she mean? I'd heard that her brother died during the Shibuya earthquake. Or did she mean another brother? Or maybe he was actually alive this whole time? The more I thought about it, the more confused I got. Eventually, I just fell into a restless sleep. Four days had passed since Arimura's father was murdered. There had been no new developments in the case. All we learned was that he'd been killed somewhere else and then his body had been dumped there. Shinjo-san wouldn't tell me any more than that, and neither would Kunasato-san. Arimura hadn't been back to school since then. I tried to contact her several times, but she never responded. Her father was dead. It was easy to assume that she must be depressed. But still, the words she'd said to me.
It was my brother who did it.
I couldn't get them out of my mind. What on earth was she talking about? For the last 4 days, I'd been feeling kind of weird. Arimura had said she was attacked by someone in Scramble Crossing, and that was the same night I found her father's corpse. Several other things had happened too. Arimura had almost been pushed down the stairs, and a second-year student at Hekio had been killed. The student's name was Ishida Moe. She hadn't come to school often and was something of a problem child. From the photo I'd seen, she was a young girl with huge twin tails.
Oh, okay, so she looked like Hinae. Oh. So maybe this is a kind of an inclination that maybe it wasn't Sarika at all. Because if this girl looked like Hinae, and he might have mistaken her for Hinae because of the school uniform and hair. I see. So maybe it is Shinjo, back from the dead, trying to kill his whole fucking family. Huh.
In the photo I'd seen, she was a young girl with huge twin tails. Why had she been killed? And what did it have to do with Return of the New Gen Madness? There was also the headless body that had been burned to death.
That might be her mom, actually.
I still didn't know who it belonged to. I didn't know if it had anything to do with the other murders, but it still felt like something awful was creeping up on us.
That could be her mom.
I looked at my phone. Still no word from Arimura. Maybe I'll call her again. I started to pull her number out of my call history.
Oh, shit.
But then there was a loud knock at the door. What's going on? It's almost 11 at night. Who could be coming here at this hour? Is it my turn next? No. Go away, go away! Go away, go away! Shit. There has to be some way for me to fight back. Right. My power! I have my power! I forgot! It's no good. Damn it. She told me not to use it, and so I didn't. But if I knew this was going to happen, I would have practiced using it more. The knocking at the door grew even louder.
Please! Oh, is it Oh, is that Sarika or Hinae?
Then I heard a voice.
Please!
Huh? That voice?
Arimura!
Harimura! I quickly went to the door and looked outside and saw Harimura frantically pounding on the door with tears in her eyes. I quickly opened it and let her in.
Senpai?
Something was wrong with her. She clung to me as she shook violently.
I bet her mom was the other body, I bet.
What's wrong, Harimura?
He's chasing me!
追われてるって、まさかまた襲われたのか？
Chasing you? You mean you were attacked again? She nodded over and over.
でも追われてるって一体誰に？
But then, who in the world?
My brother!
本当にそれはお兄さんだったのか？
It really was your brother.
確かに兄でした。間違いありません。
It was. I'm sure of it.
After I'd given her something to drink to calm down, and heard what she had to say, she told me that she knew for a fact it was him. Her family's condo had been destroyed in the Shibuya earthquake, so now they lived in Kanagawa. Her father's autopsy had only been completed yesterday, and then she'd gone back there. The funeral was today, and afterwards she'd come back to Shibuya with her aunt and uncle. The police had asked her to come back to the station one more time when they'd questioned her about her father's relationships. On the way back home, she felt someone's gaze following her. And when she got near a construction site, some of the building materials had gotten loose and fallen down on top of her.
What the hell?
She'd been watching her surroundings carefully after all that happened, and just barely saw them in time to get out of the way.
Okay, so someone really is trying to murder her. Is this really her brother back from the dead? Why didn't he try to do this in the common route, I wonder? Yeah, whose eyes are those eyes indeed?
But when she looked up, she had seen him. It was her brother, Harimura Shingo.
Or it could be someone mind controlled to be him, but I'm doubting that more and more. That's why I'm sure he was the one who killed Dad too.
でもお兄さんはその亡くなってるんじゃないのか？あの地震で。
But he died, right? In the earthquake? That's what she told me.
でも生きてたんです。生きて私に復讐しようとしてるんです。
Oh, but he's alive. He's alive and trying to get revenge.
復讐？どうしてお兄さんが有村に復讐するんだよ？
Revenge? Why would he want revenge on you?
Wow, this is eerily similar to Takuru's whole thing about like like, you know, what happened in the other storyline about, like, it seemed like the like Serica wanted to set up as the fake Senri, or Senri being wanting revenge on him, even though that didn't make much sense.
Why would he want revenge on you?
それは兄は私のせいで命を落としたから。
Because it was my fault that he died.
Horimura then told me that she had been outside during the earthquake. Her brother hadn't realized that she was gone, and he'd entered the condo building to save her, only to die when it collapsed. It was clear to see that Arimura blamed herself for that.
でもそれっておかしいだろ。
But that doesn't make sense.
どうしてですか？
What do you mean?
だってじゃあどうして有村の父さんをお兄さんが殺す必要がある？
If that was true, then why would he kill your dad?
それは父が家族を裏切っていたから。
Because Dad betrayed his family.
Arimura didn't tell me how he betrayed his family, so I didn't know what had happened. But that didn't change the fact that what she was saying didn't make sense.
仮にお兄さんが生きていたとしてだ。そもそも生きてるなら復讐するっていうのは妙な話じゃないか。
Even if he is alive, why does he want to get revenge on you?
それは
That's
だろ？助かってたなら復讐なんてすることはないはずだ。第一、お兄さんは有村のこと大事にしてたんだろう。だったら恨んだりってのは変じゃないか。
See? If he survived, he doesn't need revenge. And you said he really loved you, right? So why would he start hating you?
でも私は見たんです。あれは確かに兄でした。
but I saw him. That was my brother.
お兄ちゃん、どうして？
Big bro, why?
No matter how much I tried to persuade her otherwise, Arimura kept insisting that what she'd seen was her brother. Was it really him that she saw? Even if it was someone who looked just like her brother, that still didn't explain why they were attacking her. Let alone why they'd kill her father.
そうだ。有村、僕は君に謝らなきゃいけない。
Oh, that's right. I need to apologize to you.
謝る。何をですか？
Apologize? For what?
知らなかったんだ。その、あれが君の父さんだったなんて。それなのに、僕はあんな風に。
I didn't know that was your dad. But I still got so...
Oh.
だから、悪かったって。
So, I'm sorry.
いいです。別に気にしてませんから。
It's fine. It doesn't bother me.
It felt like she wasn't just trying to make me feel better. She really meant it.
それに、私自身よくわかってないんです。父が死んで悲しいのかどうか。
And what's more, I don't really know if I'm sad that he died or not.
有村。
Arimura.
不思議なくらいにわからないんですよ。自分でも。
It's so strange. I just don't know.
父は私にずっと嘘をついていました。そんな父を私は多分ずっと許せないでいた。
Dad lied to us for years. I don't think I ever forgave him for that.
だからこ 心のどこかで当然の報いだって思っている私がいるんです。
So part of me thinks that he got what he deserved.
もちろんだからってあんなむごい死に方をする必要はなかったって思いますけど。
Even so, I don't think he had to die like that.
Since she didn't tell me, I had no way of knowing what a lie her father had told. But I could imagine that whatever it was, it left a big impression on her. If nothing else, it was enough to affect her power as a gigalomaniac.
Depending on how much is left, we very well may be finishing this route tonight.
I went outside and stretched, and I could feel all the bones in my body popping.
But I have a feeling it's going to be this stream or next stream.
It was still just past 8 a.m. Even at this hour, I could hear people playing basketball at the nearby court. Arimura had ended up sleeping in my bed.
Meanwhile, Serica is just, God damn it! For fucking sake!
And after all that had happened, she was mentally exhausted. Even for me, it didn't feel right to wake her up and send her home. And she'd just been through such a scare. That's why I decided to let her sleep there. That's also why I'd ended up trying to sleep on that tiny hard floor and mostly failed at it. I decided to go wash my face at the nearby fountain when the phone in my pocket began to vibrate. A phone call? It was from Kunosato-san.
I bet she might be calling to say that the other body was her mom.
Why are you calling me this early? Did you learn something?
Oh, that's a rather rude greeting.
I would have reacted the same way to anybody else calling at this hour. Nothing personal.
Ah, I was planning to tell you the police's take on the recent murders, since Shinjo had given it to me. But if you don't need it, never mind.
Oh! No, wait, I didn't say I didn't need it! I could tell she wasn't joking. She really was about to hang up the phone. I quickly tried to stop her. Please, tell me what you've just learned. Please!
Fine then. Let's start with the murders modeled after the Nugent case.
She meant the first 4 murders up until Watabe's death.
They seem to think that there are several things that can't be explained. If it was just Hadariko on her own.
In other words, she had someone working with her.
Or perhaps she was only responsible for the arson cases and had nothing to do with the murders.
If that was true, it would mean that there were multiple people involved, and the real killer still hadn't been caught.
How many times is Coco gonna climb this cat tree?
Or maybe whatever organization had built that lab in the basement was responsible.
Sorry.
Which meant that Arimura and I still weren't safe. That made sense considering that Arimura had already said she'd been attacked. However,
それからお前たち二人も疑われているぞ。
Also, you should know that you two are suspects.
まさか僕と有村がですか？
huh? You don't mean me and Arimura, do you?
聞いていなかったのか。お前たちと言ったんだ。他に誰がいる？
Didn't you hear me? I said you two. Who else would it be?
どうして僕たちが疑われなきゃいけないんですか？
Why would they suspect us?
柿田の事件、渡部の事件に続き、これで3つ目だ。いくらなんでも偶然が続きすぎているというのが警察の考えらしい。
Kakita, Watabe, and now this third case. The police are thinking that it's too much to be a coincidence.
でもこれまでの件については僕たちは容疑から外れてるはずじゃないんですか？
But I thought we weren't considered suspect for the murders that had happened so far.
これまでの事件はな。だが、それ以降の事件となると話はまた別だ。
For those murders, yes. But the other ones are a different matter.
先日の被害者は知っているな。碧峰の2年の。
You know the victim from the other day? The second-year student from Hekio?
石田萌ですか？あんまり学校にも来てない生徒だったってのは聞きましたけど。
Ishida Moe. I heard she didn't come to school often.
そうだ。どうもその娘は有村ひなえに憧れていたらしい。
That's right. But the girl was supposedly a big fan of Arimura Hinae.
有村に？
Of Arimura. According to Kunasato-san, who was getting information from Shinjo-san, of course, Ishida Moe had been a very quiet student in middle school who didn't really stand out. At school, she would mostly sit in the corner and read books. Arimura's name had shown up in her diary. Arimura was always cheerful and friends with everyone. Arimura had spoken to Moe too. And after that had evidently made her very happy.
Huh. Aw, well, that would be sweet if she wasn't dead.
After that, Moe had decided she wanted to be like Arimura.
This sounds like the killer accidentally killed her because he thought that she was Hinae. So it feels like either someone hypnotized, they had Takuru's dad hypnotize somebody to think he was her brother out for vengeance, trying to kill it, or it's really him. And she pretty much just stopped the New Gen Madness thing because she saw that Takuru and Hina were going to be a couple. So she wanted to refocus it on Hinae.
She'd copied Orimura's hairstyle and started going downtown, where eventually she fell in with a bad crowd and stopped coming to school.
だからってそんなの有村には関係ないじゃないですか。
But that's not Orimura's fault!
どんな些細なものでも関連がありそうとなると結びつけて考えるのが刑事という人種だ。それに原因は有村ひなえの言動にもある。
A detective's job is to look for connections, no matter how small they might be. And part of the reason is due to Arimura's actions as well.
有村？
Arimura's actions?
先日の聴取で有村ひなえは言っていたらしい。死んだ兄が生きていて自分を襲っていると。
During questioning yesterday?
Oh, that's Mia. During questioning yesterday, she said that her brother was alive and trying to kill her.
それは僕にも言ってました。
She told me the same thing.
そういうところが情緒不安定と考えられているらしい。それが事件に関与している。
Well, I mean, did they find the brother's body? Or, like... They seem to think that's evidence of mental instability. That it may have some bearing on the case.
そんなあんな事件に何度も出くわせば不安定にもなりますよ。
Of course she is. After all that's happened, of course she's going to feel on edge. Several of the victims had already been related to her. Of course, the police had noticed that too.
それで、お前の目から見てどうなんだ、有村ひなえは。
So, what's your take on Armor Hinae?
ちょっと参ってるみたいです。
She looks like she's really stressed out.
そうか。まあ注意して見ておいてやれ。
I see. Well, keep an eye on her.
どうした？
What's wrong?
あなた本当に久野里さんですか？
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because she's asking to keep her, like, Kunosato doesn't care about nobody.
Are you really Kunosato-san?
どういう意味だ？
What do you mean?
だって久野里さんが僕たちの心配をしてくれるなんて。
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe the real Kunosato-san would honestly be worried about us.
お前、命拾いをしたな。これが電話でなければ、今すぐ叩きのめしているところだ。
You're lucky we're on the phone. Otherwise, I would beat the shit out of you for saying that.
Never mind, it really is Kunosato-san.
とにかく、有村ひなえの動向には注意していろ。パニックを起こした人間は何をやらかすかわからんからな。
Anyway, keep a close eye on Armor Hinae's activities. There's no telling what someone will do when they panic.
That was all Kunosato-san said before she hung up. Kakita Hironori, Ishida Moe, and Arimura's dad. In the sense that she was the first to find the body, there was also Watabe. It's true that too many of the victims were related to Arimura. Maybe it's natural for the police to suspect her.
Senpai?
Oh, she must have woken up. Arimura smiled in relief and ran over to me.
起きたらいないからどこか行ったのかと思っちゃいました。
You weren't there when I woke up, so I wondered where you went.
Arimura still didn't look great, but she seemed to have calmed down since yesterday.
ごめんなさい。私いつの間にか寝ちゃってて。
I'm sorry. I fell asleep without realizing it.
いや、それはいいよ。ただ、どうするこの後。
No, it's fine. Just what are you going to do now?
帰ります。おじさんやおばさんも心配してるだろうし。
I'm going home. My aunt and uncle are probably worried about me.
そう。じゃあ途中まででよければ送ってくよ。
I see. I'll walk you part of the way then. Even if she calmed down, I didn't feel safe sending her back alone. She must have felt the same way because she just nodded.
それにしても、日曜は人が多くて嫌になるな。
Anyway, I hate Sundays. There's so many people around.
ですよね。
Yeah.
あ、そういえば知ってるか？この前伊藤のやつが。
Hey, did you know? A while ago, Ito... I tried to keep up as much meaningless small talk as I could while we headed toward Arimura's home. Even with all the murders, it was still the weekend, and there's only a week to go until the festival. As such, the whole town was in a state of excitement. I was very grateful to have that atmosphere around to distract us. In fact, it was even helping Arimura gradually start to smile again.
伊藤先輩、そんなことしたんですか？
Did Ichigo Senpai really do that?
あいつにも困ったもんだよな。
Sometimes I really don't understand that guy.
先輩、そろそろこの辺りで大丈夫。
Oh, Senpai, I can go the rest of the way on my... Uh-oh, did you see him?
Suddenly Arimura froze.
お兄ちゃん。
Big bro.
Huh? I quickly spun around. I didn't see anyone.
有村
Arimura?
いや、お兄ちゃん。
No, Big bro.
落ち着け有村。お兄さんなんていない。
Calm down, Arimura. He's not there. I grabbed her by the shoulders and I could feel that she was shaking.
でも今そこに。
But he's right there.
She was pointing at a mannequin in a store window. There was nothing else there.
Uh-oh.
とにかく帰ろう。家まで送っていくよ。
Let's just go home. I'll walk you the rest of the way.
Oh no. November 2nd, 2015, Monday. The next day. Oh god. Coco.
Arimura came to school and
チョースセリ、それに先輩方。
Ciao, Siri, guys.
she was back to normal.
Or was she? Good morning.
あら、おはよう。
Oh, good morning.
チーセ
Hey!
おう
Hi!
いやー、皆さんいつも仲良しさんで羨ましいっすね。私も文芸部やめて新聞部入っちゃおっかな。
I'm glad to see you guys are getting along so well. Maybe I'll quit the Lick Club and join the Newspaper Club.
何言ってんの。もううちの部員みたいなもんじゃん。ねえ、タク。
What are you talking about? You're basically a member already. Right, Taku?
おうそうだな。
Yes, she's right.
本当っすか？じゃあ新聞部員ってことにしちゃおっかな。あれ、でも掛け持ちってできたんですっけ？
Really? Alright, maybe I will join. Wait, are you allowed to be in 2 clubs?
もちろん申請さえ出せば認められるわよ。
Of course. Just fill out the paperwork and it's fine.
なるほどなるほど。
Haha. I see, I see.
ま、部活入っちまえば宮代と一緒にいる口実だってできるしな。
Well, if you do join, that gives you an excuse to be with Miyashiro.
なんだよそれ。
What?
別に僕たちは。
We're not really. No.
Come on, Taku. She kissed you. She kissed you. Seriously, Taku.
まあまあ、照れない照れない。
Ah, come on. No blushing.
照れない照れない。
No blushing.
俺が言うな。
Hey, you don't get to say that.
I can say whatever I want, bitch.
I hadn't seen Arimura this chipper in a while. Sure, it felt a little forced, but it was still a good sign.
あ、そうだ。ねえ、ヒカリオにチョコレートバーができるのって知ってます？
Oh, right. Did you hear they're adding a chocolate bar to Hikariwo? Hikariwo, oh
チ
boy.
ョコレートバーって当たりが出たらもう一本ってやつ？
Yeah, I think I'm just guesstimating how much we have left. I think yeah, one more stream should do it. One more stream should totally finish this route. I'm pretty sure. Huh? A chocolate bar? You mean the one where you get a winning bar, you get another one?
違う。それはチョコパッツでしょうが。
Wrong, that's a Choco Bats. What is that? Is that like freaking Willy Wonka shit right there? Well, we have to look into the tips. There's been a lot less fictional chocolate-covered bat-shaped stick of fried dough that's been loved in Japan for more than 50 years. That sounds delicious. Not only is it cheap, but there's a removal sticker on the back, and if it just goes win or home run, you get another one free. Lottery-style marketing, especially popular with children. It's chocolate gotcha. Oh my god.
チョコレートバーってあれよね。イートインなんかもある。
A chocolate bar's like a restaurant, right? Where you can eat it?
そうそう、それです。オープンしたらみんなで。
Yeah, that's it. Once it opens, we can all... Oh god. She really is just seeing him everywhere.
And then she stopped. I had a bad feeling about this.
ひなちゃん？
Hina-chan?
いや。
No.
She froze.
No!
有村
Harimura! I quickly grabbed her before she could fall over.
おい、どうした？
Hey, what's wrong?
気を失ってるわ。タクル、すぐに保健室へ連れて行きなさい。
She passed out. Takuru, take her to the nurse's office immediately.
Yes. As I picked her up, I glanced in the direction she'd been looking.
おい、何があったんだ？
Hey, what happened? Kawahara-kun was standing there. He'd happened to be passing by and was looking at us in surprise. There was no one else around.
タク、ひなちゃんどうだった？
Taku! What did they say about Hina-chan?
ちょっと疲れてるんだろうって話。ひとまず保健室で休ませろって。
They said she's just a little tired. They're going to let her rest for a while.
そっか。
I see. It does. That's exactly what I was thinking, Liz. It reminded me a lot of Satoko. Yeah. From Higurashi. Yeah. It does almost feels like she has Hinamizawa syndrome.
I knew what had happened. She'd seen him again. Maybe she'd mistaken Kawahara-kun for her brother.
タクル、有村さん、何かあったの？
Takuru? Did something happen with Arimura-san?
何かって。
What do you mean?
ちょっと様子がおかしかったような気がするんだけど。
She seemed to be acting a little strange.
ああ、それ私も思った。普段よりも 無理してる感大きいっていうか。
Yeah, I thought so too. She seemed to be forcing herself more than she usually does.
マジで俺全然気づかなかったけど。
I think we might be done with the delusions for this route.
Seriously? I had no idea. Is it a good idea to tell them? Even Kazuki had stopped playing ESO too, and came over to me with a look of concern on her face.
なんだよカズキ、お前も気になるのか。
What is it, Kazuki? Are you worried too?
分かったよ。
All right then. I told them everything that had happened to Arimura over the past few days. That she said her brother was still alive. That he was trying to get revenge on her.
ね
Hey,
It was Seriko who spoke first.
え、ひなちゃんのお兄さんって本当に生きてるの？
is Hina-chan's brother really alive?
いえ、亡くなっていると聞いてるけど。
No, I heard he was dead.
でも本人は生きてると思っちまってるんだろ。
But she only thinks that he is, right?
僕にもわからない。ただ確かなのは有村の周りで実際に事件が頻発しているということだ。
I don't know. But what I do know is that all these murders keep happening around her. Since there was no doubt that they were homicides, that meant that there had to be some murderer targeting her for a reason.
思うんだけど、まずはそのお兄さんのことについてちゃんと調べてみた方がいいんじゃないかしら。
I think that maybe we should look into her brother some more.
でも調べるったってどうやって。
But how do we do that?
お兄さんは地震で亡くなったんでしょ？だったら
He died in the earthquake, right? That means...
I went with Caruso's suggestion and visited the earthquake memorial with Serika. The memorial bore the names of everyone who died in the earthquake. I was worried about Arimura, but Caruso said she'd take her home. It was probably safe to let her handle it.
どう？タク。
Well, Taku?
待ってくれ。確か
Wait a second, I'm pretty sure... His name was supposedly Arimura Shingo. Looking at the memorial, I was reminded of how many people had died during the earthquake. My parents, Serika's parents. Even Caruso and Yui's parents all had their names here too.
有村。
Arimura...
見つけたか。
Did you find it?
ほら、ここ。
Yeah, it's right here.
Arimura Shingo. From the age when he died, it was safe to assume that this was him. But this didn't mean anything for sure. The damage from the Shibuya earthquake had been incredible. Some people had been declared dead without their bodies ever being found. And in some cases, those people have been later been found committing crimes. So, just to be sure...
ああ、もう来てたのか。待たせたな。すまない。
Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting.
すみません急に。
I'm sorry for having you come out here so quickly. I contacted Shinjo-san and had him meet me here.
いや、例の事件のことならこっちもできるだけ情報を知っておいた方がいい。いかに些細なことであろうとね。
No, it's better for me to know as much as possible about the case, even if it's something small. Lately, I've been starting to think that Detective Shinjo-san might be a lot better at his job than he looked. Of course, maybe people like him never really fit in an organization and couldn't grow to their full potential.
で聞きたいのは有村ひなえの兄についてだったな。
So you want to ask about Arimura Hina's brother, right?
はい。
Yes.
担当直入によ。
うん
有村ひなえの兄有村慎吾は亡くなっている。
I'll make it quick. Her brother Shingo is dead.
それは確かですか？
You're sure?
So was his body found?
間違いない。彼女の兄は渋谷地震の際、住んでいたマンションの倒壊に巻き込まれ死亡した。
There's no doubt. He died when his family's condo building collapsed during the Shibuya earthquake.
遺体発見の際は遺族の確認
Oh.
も行われたとの。
Wow. Okay, so he really is dead.
The body was identified by a family member.
ひなちゃんはそのお兄さんの遺体を
Did Hina-chan see his body?
有村ひなえ本人が見たかどうかまでは俺の方でもちょっとな。だが死んでいるのは間違いない。
I can't tell you if she herself saw the body, but I can tell you for sure that he's dead.
そうですか。
I see. So he wasn't just declared dead when they couldn't find his body then.
一応写真も借りてきたが見るか。
I have a photo too. Want to take a look? I looked at it just in case, but I was surprised to find that he really didn't look like Arimura. I'd never seen him before.
じゃあひなちゃんのお兄さんが生きてるっていうのは
So when Hina-chan says her brother's alive,
やっぱり有村の思い込みか。
I guess it's just her imagination after all. Or perhaps...
まあ身の回りであれだけ事件が起きた挙句父親があんな姿になったとなれば憔悴するのも無理のないことだ。
Well, with all that's going on around her and what happened with her dad, I can understand if she's in pretty bad shape.
現に彼女の母親もかなり参っているしな。
Her mom's not doing so well either.
そう。
okay, so she is alive.
I see.
今は友人である君たちがしっかりと様子を見てやってくれ。
You're friends. Keep an eye on her. Shinjo-san seemed to think he might gain some clue by hearing what he had to say about Arimura. What we had to say about Arimura. But he ended up going back to the station with barely anything to show for it. He didn't tell us anything about the police considering her as a suspect. By the time I got home that day, the sun had set. I stopped to buy some Mountain Dew at the convenience store like always. When I opened the door bag in hand, I realized that something was wrong.
誰かいる。
Someone's in here.
It's probably Hinae.
I could sense someone in the back of the dark room. Could it be? Could it be that I'm next?
誰だ。
Who's there? I'm sure of it. Someone's there.
いるのは分かってるんだぞ。出てこい。
I know you're there. Come on out. I tried to yell loudly to make myself feel stronger, but it didn't work. The figure slowly stood up in the darkness. The next moment, it charged at me. So sudden I couldn't move. Oh! No, I can't get away!
It's gotta be Hinae, yeah. Senpai!
有村。
Arimura. Arimura leapt into my arms.
どうして。
Why are you? Crusoe told me she'd taken her home.
私ここにいちゃいけませんか。他のところは怖くて。
Oh, don't you live with your aunt and uncle? Am I not allowed to be here? I'm too scared to be anywhere else.
怖くてって。でも下宿先のおじさんやおばさんが心配するんじゃん。
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Scared? But won't your aunt and uncle worry?
平気です。どうせあの人たちだって私をおとなしく思ってる。
Jeez, wow. That sucks. Although we don't know how true that is. It's fine. They just want to get rid of me anyway. Oh, that's right.
Is that something she knows because of her power?
It's
だ
possible.
からお願いです。ここにいさせてください。
So please, please let me stay here.
でも
But
ダメですか？
Is that okay?
there were tears in her eyes. For the old Aramura, that might have been an act. But now,
分かったよ。
okay.
本当ですか？
Really?
This wasn't an act.
そうだ先輩。早く中に入ってください。ほら早く。
Oh, right, Senpai. Come inside, quickly.
いや、そんなせかさなくても。
Huh? You don't have to rush me.
そうだ。ここに来るまでに誰かにつけられたりしませんでした？
Would this be a good place to stop for next time? Cause, I'm just like, Yeah, she should have called him. This Oh, you really think there's like an hour left? Hold on, let me just check something. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, there is like an hour left. Yeah. If you don't mind, one stream, well, I'll try to finish this scene. I know. Are you sure nobody followed you here?
それはないと思うけど。
I don't think so.
そうですか。でも注意してくださいね。あと何か貼るものないですか？ガムテープとか。
I see. But be careful, okay? Oh, also, do you have anything to put up? Like duct tape or something?
ガムテープ何に使うんだ？
Duct tape? For what?
That's true. I can prepare
あるん
the...
です。お兄ちゃんが入ってこないように。
That's true. I can prepare... You know what I can do? I can actually prepare the Kazuki save file. For next time, so I can... If we do happen to end it early, I can start it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll finish this scene. And then next time, if I happen to end it too early, I can start the Kazuki route and just do half of that in one stream. We're gonna put it on the windows and cracks so my brother can't get in.
何言ってるんだよ。そんなところから入って。
What are you talking about? He can't come in through... At first I thought she was joking and laughed.
That's a good idea, Olga. Yeah.
Then I realized she was serious.
ほらあそこ隙間空いてますよ。それからあっちもね、ちゃんと隙間を埋めておかないときっとどこからでも入ってきちゃうから。
You see, there's a little gap there. And over there, too. If we don't tape up the gaps, he'll get in somehow.
Arimura. She told me before that her brother was alive and bent on revenge. But now I realize that it didn't matter whether he was actually alive or not. Her brother was after her. That was the only thought running through her mind right now.
わかった。それはまた明日にでもやろう。今日はもう遅いから。
Okay, we can do that tomorrow. It's too late tonight. She was still scared, but I managed to calm her down enough that she dropped the subject. But even as it got later, all she did was look outside and shiver. Morning came without either of us getting much sleep.
All right, now here's a good place to stop. November 3rd, 2015, Tuesday. Perfect. Okay, you guys. Oh, look at that. Exactly at the end. How many did we get to do right here, eh? It kind of did feel like a Higurashi chapter. Yeah, four streams for Hinae. And, we will finish the Hinae route next time. I really want to see where this goes. Like, what is up? Does Serica have to do with this, or is it just, or is like, did Hinae accidentally what the fuck is going on? Like we got like a totally, the plot just is completely changed, although to be expected. Okay, you guys. So tomorrow we are gonna have trails, and we're also gonna have some Limbus, because that's gonna have a new event, and we'll continue this on Sunday. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.